Hey guys, Smail here with another video about AI for money and business. So in this video, I will show you how we can automate all the incoming call of an HVAC company using n8n, Python, and retail AI. First, let me show you how the end result looks like.
Hello, this is Andrew, an AI assistant for Platinum HVAC. How can I help you?
Hey there, I would like to install an AC system inside of my bedroom. Would you be available this afternoon?
We can definitely help you with that installation. I don't actually have access to the team's schedule right now, but I can get your details over to them so they can call you back about their availability. To start, what's a good phone number where we can reach you?
Okay, so you can call me back at 123-456-7890.
Got it, thanks. Then could you tell me your name, please?
Yeah, sure, I'm Frank.
Thanks, Frank. And just one last thing, what's your zip code? I want to make sure our team covers your area.
Sure, so my zip code is 42179.
Perfect. I've got all that down, Frank. I'll pass this over to the team right away, and they'll get in touch with you as soon as they can to talk about that AC install. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, bye.
You're very welcome. Take care, bye.
So it is running, doing some processing, and I should be receiving an email. Here is the email, and as you can see, we have all the information, which is the phone, the nature of the problem, the name of the lead, the zip code, and the date and time when this happened. This system is very useful because it can handle three types of incoming calls. First, the leads who are interested into an AC system. Second, current clients who have a maintenance contract with an HVAC company and would like to schedule a maintenance. And third, spam incoming calls, which are either bots or telemarketing people and so on. And basically this AI can handle also this type of incoming call. Before we get started, this n8n automation will be available for free via the link in the description. Now let's get started and see how exactly this automation works. It starts with designing our AI voice agent, and for this I use Retail AI, which is a very good AI agent provider. So you just have to either create an account or log in here, and then you will end up with this dashboard. Then you should just create an agent. So you click on voice agent here. You will select a single prompt agent and make sure that we start with the blank template and then just click on create. And not worry guys, I will provide you with the exact prompt that I used here. So what I use inside my prompt, I have multiple parts. This one is the objective, then we have something about the style guardrails, the response guideline, the role. For the role part, we provide first a context. So here I write, you are Alex, an AI assistant working for Platinum HVAC, an HVAC company in New Jersey. You will be receiving incoming calls from three types of people: leads or potential clients, past clients, and spam telemarketing or robots. And then here I say that in general, if it is like a past client or a lead, we should collect the nature of the problem, the phone number to contact, the name, and the zip code. Otherwise, if this is a bot or like a telemarketing incoming call, we should just hang up. And then very important guys, you should provide some examples of conversations that should take place so that it will be easier for the AI to follow exactly the instructions that you give it. So I wrote here an example conversation between the AI and the lead. The same thing between the AI and an existing customer. Here I write what should be the conversation between the AI and a telemarketer. And the same thing here with another AI calling our AI basically. Now for the welcome message part, we should click on AI speaks first. And here for the custom message, I just wrote, hello, this is Alex, an AI assistant for Platinum HVAC. How can I help you? Here for the AI model, you should choose Gemini 3.0 Flash because I found that it's the best combination in terms of speed, accuracy, and realism. And for the voice, feel free guys to choose whichever one you prefer most, but I like to choose this one, Grace, because from my experience it is very realistic and sounds quite natural. Now for the language, you should guys choose English, but maybe for some US states it makes sense to choose multilingual because maybe we want to handle both English and Spanish. Now, I didn't touch any other option that you can see here except the webhook settings. Why? Because we want to be able to send the transcript from retail AI servers to our n8n workflow. So that we'll be processing that transcript and then acting on the transcript based on what it contains. Now, the way I use n8n is via self-hosting. So we need to make sure that we give our local host access to internet so that we can send data from the internet to our server and then process that data. And one easy way to do that is via a tool called ngrok. Basically, ngrok is a tool that allows you to create a tunnel between your local computer and the internet. So guys, it is very easy to install. Just go on YouTube and search for how to install ngrok and it will be very easy to follow. Then once it is installed, you should type the following: ngrok http 5678. Why do I have this number here? Because this is the port number that is used by default by my n8n workflows. And obviously, if you see another number here, you should just type this one inside the ngrok command. You should see this URL that starts with something.ngrokfree.app. You should copy it. Then you go back to your retail AI page and then paste it here. Then you will see that in our n8n workflow, the first node is a webhook. Double click on it because we'll be getting some very important data there. Here, as you can see, the way to access this endpoint is via, localhost 5678 and then this rest of the data. So those characters will have to be copied and then pasted inside of retail AI. So what I like to do is just here select and copy this. And then in retail AI, we'll be writing /webhook test / and then paste our data, and that's it, we're done. Now let's go back and finish our n8n workflow. For this node, I didn't change anything. I just made sure this is a post method because this is the way retail AI sends data to any type of other server. It is via a post method. And as you can see, it sends a lot of data. So first we have an event called call ended, which is sent at the end of every single call. And then we have a lot of information like the call ID, the start timestamp, the end timestamp. But the most important is the transcript. So this is the transcript that we have. And here you should know that everything that starts with agent is what the AI says. And everything that starts with user is what the human says. And then the next step is our AI agent, because we'll be using it to analyze the transcript and then filter which type of incoming call do we have. Is it like a lead or an existing client or spam? Inside of this AI agent, this is the prompt that I use. Alright, here you'll be given a phone conversation between an AI agent and a human. This AI agent is an answering service for an HVAC company. Your job is to classify the category of human having the conversation with the AI based on the transcript of the conversation. And then the person talking to the AI will either be a lead, a current client, or spam. And basically here, very important, I tell the AI, your job is to only output one word: lead, client, or spam. And then here I provide the transcript. For the chat model, I just use GPT 5.1. The next node is very important. It is an if condition. And basically we'll be moving to the next nodes if either the output from our AI is equal to lead or it is equal to client. Otherwise, it will be false, meaning it is a spam or a bot and so on. And in this case, we don't do anything. And it can be seen here. So when it is false, we don't do anything. We just stop the workflow. Then I use another AI agent where the task of this AI agent is to extract the data from the transcript. The most important prompt is the system prompt, and I will show you how it looks like. Basically, I started with more or less the same thing as the previous AI agent. But the most important thing is that here I say your job is to extract data from the transcript of the conversation. You should extract the following data: nature of the problem, phone number, name, and zip code. And here I provide it with like the structure of the JSON that we expect. The next node is another if condition because we want to do slightly different things, whether this is like a new lead or an existing client. So here inside of this condition, we just have like one condition. If the output from the previous AI agent is equal to lead, it is true. Otherwise, it is false, and in this case, it will be a client. Then the last two nodes are about sending an email to either the owner of the HVAC company or technician, and so on and so forth. So now let's see what happens if this is a new lead and we'll be sending an email to the owner of the HVAC company. Here you should have your SMTP account configured, and this can easily be done if you have your credentials using your hosting solution. It can be Hostinger or GoDaddy and so on. And then here we select send as an operation. From email is the email that you use. And then here to email is the email where you would like this to be sent. For the subject, I decided to make it a bit exciting, with this emoji, new lead call from your AI. Because it's a new lead, it is always exciting to receive this kind of notification. And then here for the email format, I just select text, because you can either select text, HTML, or both. And then here I simply use phone, and then I write the output from the AI agents that extracted the data. And then I do the same for all the other data types, like the problem, the name, the zip code. And then the last line is the date and time, so that the owner knows when this happened. And then here I just reuse the variable provided by n8n, which is now. And then I format it with this format, which is the month, the day, the year, the hour, and the minute. Now for the node that sends an email in case it is an existing customer, it is approximately the same thing. We change only one thing, which is the subject. So we just write here, new client's call from your AI. And for the data that is sent inside of the email, we exactly write the same things as we've seen before. Now guys, one detail that is extremely important if you want to make this work with n8n, basically Retail AI, whenever they have a call, they will send 3 events within this webhook. They will send one event called call started, whenever the call is actually starting. And then at the end of the call, it will be sending 2 events, call ended and then call analyzed. And basically what you want to do is to first trigger the call here, so that even though the call started event is sent, it will not be triggering our workflow. And then you start the workflow. So to make it super simple, guys, what you should do is first you start the call and then you start the workflow, not the other way around. So now just for fun, I will test the scenario where this is spam, basically a telemarketer is calling. So let's do it.
Hello, this is Alex, an AI assistant for Platinum HVAC. How can I help you?
Hey there, I'm gonna be honest, this is a cold call. Is it okay if I pitch you a service that you might be interested in?
I'm sorry, but we don't take marketing or solicitation calls. Have a good one.
So yeah, as you can see, it is not doing anything. Basically, it is going through this branch. And here, let's check the output from the AI agent. As you can see, this is filtered as spam. Now guys, if you have seen my previous videos, you will know that I like to transform every single n8n workflow into Python code because we want something reliable, robust, and we want to use mature technology like Python. That's why here I converted all the n8n workflow into Python code, and you'll be able to run it and download it for free. First, let's go over the .env file that you will be using that needs all the data required for this Python code to work. First, we need, everything related to your SMTP credentials. So the from, email, and the user. By experience, this should be the same data, and usually it is an email. And then the password that you can get from your hosting solution, then the host, and then the port number. Here the notification email, meaning the recipients that will receive this email, and then your OpenAI API key here. So our webhook node is this Python code here, where we are using the exact same endpoint. Here the positive thing about using Python instead of n8n for this workflow is that Python can handle any type of event that is sent by retail. So meaning if we are receiving an event called call started, we just ignore it. That's why when running this with Python, we don't care about the order or, when should we trigger the automation and should we wait, before the call and so on and so forth. It doesn't matter. Here we keep listening just like a usual webhook, and then we process the data only if it is call ended. We get the transcript via this line, and then we classify the call, and this function classify call is exactly like this node here. We are using the same prompt and doing exactly the same thing. This node here corresponds to this line here. If it is not a lead or a client, we should just respond as, spam filtered basically. And then we extract the data via this function, extract call data. And I think you have guessed it by now, this node here corresponds to this function, def extract call data. And then this if condition plus those two branches correspond to this Python code. Basically, the only difference here is the subject of the email. Now, to run this, it's super simple. First, make sure that your ngrok is still running, meaning we are still giving access to our local computer. Then you should navigate to the folder where you have your Python file located. And then you should write this command, uvcorn, and then the name of the Python file. For me, it's HVAC AI voice secretary, and then app, and then here -- reload and -- port 5678. Make sure that you write the exact same port number that you wrote in the very first time. Now let's do a last test with this Python configuration, and let's simulate that we are an existing client. So before you run the Python script, make sure that your n8n Docker desktop is turned off so that there will be no conflict between the two.
Hello, this is Alex, an AI assistant for Platinum HVAC. How can I help you?
Hey there, basically we have a maintenance contract with your company, and I was wondering when you will be intervening inside of our building.
Oh, I see. We definitely want to get that sorted for you. What's a good phone number where our team can reach you to discuss the schedule?
You can reach us at 123-789-5445.
Got it, thanks. And could I get your name, please?
Yeah, sure. My name is Frank.
Thanks, Frank. Just one last thing. What's the zip code for the building so I can make sure I've got the right location for the team?
Yeah, sure. So our zip code is 32456.
Perfect. I've got all that down, Frank. I don't have access to the team's live schedule myself, but I'll pass this right over to them so they can give you a call back as soon as possible. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, bye-bye.
You're very welcome. Take care, bye.
As you can see, we have received an email with the subject, new client call from your AI. So the AI understood that it was an existing customer even if we didn't explicitly say it. So that was it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something. Feel free to download everything via the link in the description. Cheers, guys.